So within this world of dating apps, we've got Hinge, we've got Tinder, we've got Bumble, we've got Thursday, we've got eHarmony, OkCupid, Coffee Meets Bagel, Christian Mingle, Match, JSwipe, Muzzmatch. There's a lot. There's a lot. So how did that feel, thinking of an idea to create a dating app and then seeing what was already out there and thinking, wow, there's a lot?
When I was starting POM, I didn't look around me in terms of what other competition there was. I knew Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. And those three were the ones that were sort of on my mind. Like, okay, we're going to be as big as those three. I looked sort of, is there any other dating apps with music? Are they doing what we're doing? Do they have as deep of a USP as we do? Because a lot of when we say, like, for example, the sticker, the dating app for music lovers, from that, you probably get, okay, we're a dating app which matches your music taste. Yes. But what the mission behind the company is music speaks to more of your emotion. And so we use your music as a vehicle for emotion. So the way our algorithm works, it's not just, you like Beyonce, someone else likes Beyonce, you're a perfect match. It's okay, Beyonce makes you feel happy. Beyonce or someone similar to her style of music makes that person feel happy. And then you'll be a perfect match. So you could have a exact same music taste as someone else, but you may not be the perfect match because it's all about emotion. But in terms of competition, no one was doing that. No one had gone that detailed. I know why. It's very tough to do, and we're still figuring it out, but that's our mission. There is a lot of competition for dating apps. Like in London alone, there's 3, POM, Thursday, and The Source. We launched at a very similar time to Thursday. We were seeing them, they were seeing us, and it almost felt like a sort of a neck and neck. But then obviously, yeah, those guys are fantastic marketers. That's one thing you have to give them, is that they're incredible at getting what they do out into the world. So when we kind of launched and went like this, they had a bit of a dip with their first day, but then they recovered a lot quicker than we did and then blew up. Mm-hmm. But in my head, I was never like, okay, it's POM versus Thursday. The Source are great, but they're doing their own thing. There's video profiles. But everyone always compares us to Thursday. In some of the articles, when people talk to me about it, like, oh, like you do a dating app, have you had a Thursday? They always compare us to Thursday, but we're doing very different things and we're attracting very different people. So Thursday is day for dating, instant sort of dates and promoting one side of dating, which I kind of push towards sort of the Tinder side of things, quick, simple, easy. POM is more about meaningful connections. I want it to be an app where people go to find someone who's emotionally compatible to them. Because for us, that's what's the basis of a successful relationship. It's not what's the most exciting holiday you've been on. Who cares? And I think dating apps today are too focused on how someone looks mainly. I think that's superficial plays of like, it is just it's a game. It's a game. You're basically treating people's profiles as a game. And people like to do it because it gives them that instant gratification that you also match. But then it's like 7% of men who match with someone on Tinder will actually follow with a message.
Right.
And I've seen it firsthand. Like I was in a lecture once, one of the few that I managed to get to, but a guy in front of me, the lecturer was speaking, he takes out his phone, swipes through, gets a match, blocks it, puts it in his phone.
Wow.
And that sums up Tinder and a lot of these like superficial dating apps to me. Hinge came out, kind of reinvented the wheel, amazing UI, like it's a great company, and they took one step further to something more meaningful. But then, like I said, prompts, great, but is that deep enough? So I wanted POM to be some way of finding someone who has actual connection to you, emotions. The most powerful thing, in my opinion, is emotional compatibility. That's what POM's about. Plus, obviously, we have all the music side and we have all these events and all the fun stuff that goes with it. So there's no one been that neck and neck. Despite us being compared to a lot of these dating apps, for us, we're in our own lane. What we're trying to do right now as well is kind of, in all our branding, all our pitch decks and everything that goes out, we never say, we're dating with music. We're music with dating. And that's a very big difference that we're trying to get out there.
I like that a lot. It's a really good answer. I saw on LinkedIn, you did a post about your competitors. What was the story behind that?
So I think because of all these comparisons that happen, if you read any article or any, sort of anything in the press about dating apps, it's always like, okay, this one's good because of this, like versus this, and it's always pitched against each other. But each one I posted about are, yes, the only thing they have in common is that they're a dating app. They each have their own USP. They're each predominantly appealing to a different audience, and they're each doing stuff in incredibly different ways, and they each have their strengths. So rather than highlighting like competition and stuff like that, I think it's better just to promote, okay, you're doing great, there's a lot to be learned from them.
Yeah.
And then, you can then apply it to but you're different. There's no overlap. Of course there's going to be some sort of overlap, but there's no like direct conflict. I'm not building a video dating app like The Source. I'm not building the next Friday dating app, am I? It's different.
That would be an interesting one if you rebranded as Friday.
Yeah.